What's going on? zmot HQ18 War Factory video. If you're not sure about my stats, check the thumbnail or the description of this video. Basically, fully upgraded zookas for armory level 18 and then fully upgraded everything useful down in this general area. We're going to be doing War Factory. I am a little bit late today. War Factory is a messy mess. Kill zone is going to be up between this laser and this shock launcher, most likely. There's a bunch of shocks. The rocket launchers are going to reach. I've got messages coming in here. The laser beam is not going to reach, so really one shock here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shocks to start with, maybe. Gonna have to clear some stuff out. I'm gonna start with this rocket launcher because it's the lowest health compared to the shock launchers, and then I need to get rid of shore just to save some GBE to get back there. So what I'm thinking is I can actually use, because I don't have critters, I can't activate these hot pots, which is a complete pain in the ass for low level accounts. So what I'm thinking is if I get rid of this rocket launcher, I can have the grappler actually grab my troop intentionally, which will pull it into the range of the hot pots. I can then shock them and clear. So that's my basic plan. I'm going to GBE this guy, and if I have enough GBE left for a shock, I'll carry on for the grappler and the hot pots, but if not, then I'll just retreat. So that's my starting point, and then we'll get into here and clear some shock launchers potentially. Well, it's going to be a mess whatever we do. Just there's so many shocks. I mean, this is one that the big accounts can solo, but low accounts are going to have to work hard at this one. So hopefully I can figure out a trick for these hot pots, because hot pots against low levels are such a pain in the ass. So let's get going. Unboosted, 101 GBE, which is sort of equivalent to about 70 GBE if you're a higher level, just because the artillery and barrage levels are so weak. I'm gonna try to get a bunch of GBE back by focusing on the corners, and by focusing on the corners we can potentially get 6 GBE back from these crates that we're hitting at the same time. It's about the only way that I can think we have any chance of getting this down in one. 51,000, I mean, I think it had about 51,000 health, and that's about the extent of what I can do with, yeah, see, we're right at the edge of what I can do. So that's down. Now I need to drop my troops and hope for the best. Come on, grappler. Oh, damn, it's not working because I don't have enough health on these. I'm going to have to... Yeah, this is going to be ugly. See, that's the issue. I thought I could be smart. I just wasn't. So, but we've got another shock. Yeah, got it right on time. Get the grapple. Get the hot pot. Come on, ladies. Get the hot pot. That's what we're after. Now we're going to get over here just to be out of the range of those shock launchers. And now I'm going to try to get the grappler. Hopefully I don't get into the range of those shock launchers. A little bit sloppy. And now I'm actually going to retreat because I don't want to use that GBE. And the reason for that is then my next artillery is 15 GBE. So I'll save that GBE for when I actually have cheaper artillery and barrages. I think that's a good strategy, because I mean it would have taken me about probably 3 or 4 of those crates just to get one artillery. So if I can use those crates to get GBE instead, well, it'll make things a little bit easier. So I think that was a pretty good start though. We got the rocket launcher and cleared shore, so now I don't need to use any smokes to drop, which is very, very helpful. Need to get rid of these mines at some point. Now my next target is what's my next target going to be? If I can get rid of these 2 shock launchers, I can get all of this right side cleared, I think. So that's what I'm going to focus on next. I'm going to park outside this laser's range and this shock launcher's range, like right in between these buildings here. I don't have my drawing app on because I'm dumb, but so there's going to be 1, 2, I shock. Is the shock launcher going to be in range? Maybe, maybe not. So Doom cannons will be, so there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks probably. So this is not an easy attack by any stretch of the imagination. So here goes nothing. I think there's some free GBE on the right here, yeah. So I'm gonna use that to just hold me in position, and then we will move up and get the shock launchers. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark those shock launchers. For those that aren't aware, zookas attacked damaged buildings first. So this way, if I park close, they will attack those shock launchers as opposed to the boom cannons, which may be even closer than they are. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a no smoke drop. And then I'm going to flare right to there and get under smoke. That way I'm right in line already. And then we're going to go right to about there. Last 2 smokes at the same time. I've got 4 shocks, so that is good. Gonna shock the machine guns first. Not bad, not bad. Coming along well. Now let's get the hell out of there. Getting away cleanly. I've only lost a couple troops, so that worked out very well so far. Now to figure out what's next. I haven't thought this part through. Probably that one, nope, not the shock launcher by core because of the flamethrowers there. Now I am just building GBE and clearing essentially. Not really sure what the heck I should be doing here. I'm going to get rid of these mines for sure. Let's just clear for as far as we can, I guess. Want to stay nice and wide for fear of the doom. The doom cannons are going to start shooting any second here. Yep, there we go. Just trying to clear as much as I can at this point. We haven't really. I guess it's just going to be core hits after this, I suppose. Oh, this is messy. This is not gonna end. This is gonna end in a second here. Actually, let's come back down here. Let's come back down here quickly if we can. Probably should have just stayed down here and cleaned shore a little bit more, but oh, this is gonna be a mess. Ooh, okay, so all troops dead. But I mean, 2 attacks, and we've got a, like right now we can just hit core 3 times and it will go down. But I feel like I should probably clear a bit more first. These grapplers are going to be a pain. Rocket launcher is not going to be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if I park right above these machine guns, I'm just at the edge of the rocket launcher's range, and that laser is going to be hard to get rid of. So I think it's just a core. If I do a core hit, it's going to be 1 shock for the flamethrower and shock launcher, 1 for the machine guns and the lasers, 1 for there. So there's 3 already. Shock launcher's not going to reach. Rocket launcher's not going to reach. Lasers aren't going to reach, but these rocket launchers will. So 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks. 5 if I include the doom cannon. So I'm just going to do core hits at this point, because I mean, even if my first core hit is awful, I've got 2 more to go after that. So we'll give it a shot. I don't think that there's any point to bringing heavies or rifles or anything like that, because they're just going to clog up the tubes. So just need to see where the lines are for the lasers and things. So I'm gonna do, all I need to do is get right next to this factory supply crate before I do my first real smoke. I can do some gap smokes or whatever before that, but I just need to make sure that by the time I get to that crate, I've got a real smoke coming out. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6 to 7 smokes. So it should be reasonable. We'll give it a shot, see how it goes, and then go from there. Okay, core hits. These are the kind of core hits that you really have to think about. just because there's so many details involved in them. I'm going to come out to here just to try to get a way around that cannon. And then as soon as they get to the corner and start to fold a bit, I'm going to flare right to there. So I can do a gap smoke there. And then get my good smoke right there. Because we can get right through there without the need for it. So far so good on the smokes. I'm going to drop my last two at the same time just to get some good coverage. Oh, did I lose my delay? Yes, I did. So that is not good. Not good at all. We're going to shock here first. Here. Somehow I missed the machine guns. Did I screw up my shocking pattern? Clearly I did. I mean, I got about half the core, but I don't even know what ruined me there, to be honest. Let's have one more quick look. How did all my troops die? And where were my shocks? That was... No, I clearly missed the shock here, because that wasn't what I intended to do. Everything was going fairly well until that part where I lost my delay, which lost a ton of damage for me. Let's see. Sorry about the half times. I just want to see that. Also, I missed that shock a little bit left. 3. I didn't shock the Doom Cannons. Didn't have enough GBE for it. Machine gun here is just ruining me. Although the laser somewhere took me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up just a little bit. That shock pattern did not make a lot of sense. So we're going to change the shock pattern here. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shock this laser with this laser. And that way I can guarantee that I've got this machine gun shock. That way I only have to shock 2 lasers and the machine guns. And then I'll shock these 2 lasers together. Just to clean it up a little bit. Because that last shock, the fact that I missed that shock is a little bit awkward. 300,000 health left. We'll see if we can get that down. Hopefully. I really don't like going to the 5th attack. That's always a little bit awkward. Gonna try to lose some to my friendly neighborhood cannons here. Gonna change my smoke pattern a little bit just to try to keep my delay. I think we kept the delay that time. So now it's just a matter of shocking appropriately. I'm going to flare approximately last second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, medkits. You won't do anything for me, but we got a chance. Much better shocking that time. Yeah! And that's where changing things a little bit comes in. I changed the shock on that machine gun, just put a little bit more thought into it, and made it a little bit better. So hopefully that helps you out. If you've got critters, obviously throw them on the Doom Cannons behind you. I don't have critters, so that's definitely a difficult low-level one. I don't have a grappler to mess around with, but if you have troop health, you may be able to use that grappler to your advantage to pull your troops in and shock the hotpots. Obviously, if your zookas only have, where's my armory? My zookas only have 210 health, so that wasn't enough. Let's see if we can look at my weapons lab here. Weapons lab, grappler. How much damage does a grappler do? Damage per shot. So let's go back to, I'm going to go back to my replay and see what it actually does for damage. Let's have a look here. Where was that grappler at? Grappler 3, and the damage is... I can't even tap on the damage, really? That's unfortunate. I can't tap on the damage statue here to see what the... Oh, there we go. Why won't it let me tap on... There we go. 99%. So... Assuming, so just to do a quick little bit of math here, Sorry for the delay. Let's see here. That's a grappler level 3 and 99%. So, come on, where is my... There we go, weapons lab. And I probably should have done this first, but... So the grappler does 120 damage per second, or per shot, I should say. So realistically, 120 times 1.99. So you need to have more than 239 health for that grappler to pull your troops in. I don't have troop health, so I'm a little bit behind on that. Like I said, I've only got 210. But if you have more than 240, basically, you can use that grappler to pull your troops in and shock that hotpot. So let me know how it goes. If you have somewhere near, let me know if you manage to use that grappler to pull your troops in and shock the hot and activate the hotpots. Please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if this is your first time getting War Factory, I will be absolutely amazed. Please let me know. This is not a first timer's War Factory. If you get it, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in.